How well do you really know what's in the Quran? Let's test your knowledge. Allah compares a single act of charity to planting a grain that multiplies 700 times. Correct. Allah said in chapter 2, verse 261, "The example of those who spend their wealth in the way of Allah is like a seed of grain, which grows 7 spikes. In each spike is 100 grains. And Allah multiplies His reward for whom He wills. And Allah is all-encompassing and knowing." Next question. Allah said that the reward for charity can be invalidated if it is followed by hurtful reminders or showing off. Correct. Allah said in chapter 2, verse 264, "O you who have believed, do not invalidate your charities with reminders or injury, like the one who spends his wealth only to be seen by the people and does not believe in Allah and the last day." Next question. The Quran mentions how many human years equal one day in Allah's time. Correct. Allah said that one day with Him is like 1,000 years of what humans count. Allah said in chapter 22, verse 47, "And indeed, a day with your Lord is like 1,000 years of what you count." Next question. The Quran instructs us to hand over orphans' inheritance only when they reach the age of marriage and demonstrate sound judgment. Correct. Allah said in chapter 4, verse 6, "And test the orphans until they reach the age of marriage. Then if you perceive in them sound judgment, deliver to them their wealth." Next question. The Quran advises appointing witnesses when handing over inheritance to orphans. Correct. Allah said in chapter 4, verse 6, "Then when you deliver to them their wealth, bring witnesses upon them." Next question. The Quran forbids mixing your wealth with the wealth of orphans. Correct. Allah said in chapter 4, verse 2, "And give the orphans their wealth, and do not exchange the impure for the pure, and do not consume their wealth into your wealth. Indeed, it was a great sin." Next question. The Quran speaks of a night that is better than 1,000 months. Correct. That night is called Laylatul Qadr, the night of decree. Allah said in chapter 97, verse 3, "The night of decree is better than 1,000 months." Next question. People can claim to be pure and righteous based on their own judgment. Incorrect. Only Allah determines who is truly pure and righteous. Allah said in chapter 4, verse 49, "Have you not seen those who claim purity for themselves? Rather, Allah purifies whom He wills, and they will not be wronged, even as much as a thread on a date seed." Next question. Satan will command people to change the creation of Allah. Correct. Allah said in chapter 4, verse 119, "And I will surely mislead them, and I will surely arouse desires in them, and I will surely command them so they will slit the ears of cattle, and I will surely command them so they will change the creation of Allah." Next question. The Quran mentions the number of sacred months. Correct. The number of sacred months is 4. Allah said in chapter 9, verse 36, "Indeed, the number of months with Allah is 12 months in the decree of Allah, the day He created the heavens and the earth. Of these, 4 are sacred." Next question. The Quran commands us to uphold justice, even if it is against ourselves, our parents, or close relatives. That's correct. Allah said in chapter 4, verse 135, "O you who have believed, be persistently standing firm in justice, witnesses for Allah, even if it be against yourselves or parents and relatives." Next question. The Quran states that if you hear people mocking or denying its verses, you should not sit with them until they change the subject. Correct. Allah said in chapter 4, verse 140, And he has already revealed to you in the book that when you hear the verses of Allah recited, they are denied and ridiculed, then do not sit with them until they engage in another conversation. Next question. The Quran mentions a group of people who say they believe when with the believers, but when alone, they admit their disbelief. Correct. The Quran calls these people the hypocrites. Allah said in chapter 2, verse 14, "And when they meet those who believe, they say, 'We believe,' but when they are alone with their evil ones, they say, 'Indeed, we are with you. We were only mocking.'" Next question. A divorced woman must observe a waiting period of 3 menstrual cycles before she can remarry, and she cannot hide the fact that she is pregnant. Correct. Allah said in chapter 2, verse 228, "Divorced women shall wait by themselves for 3 menstrual cycles, and it is not lawful for them to hide what Allah has created in their wombs, if they believe in Allah and the last day." Next question. The Quran states that most people believe in Allah while still associating others with Him. Correct. Allah said in chapter 12, verse 106, "And most of them do not believe in Allah except while they associate others with Him." Next question. The Quran contains chapters that begin with the disconnected Arabic letters Alif, Lam, Mim. Correct. These chapters include chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 29, chapter 30, chapter 31, and chapter 32. Next question. The Quran promised 72 virgins to every man in paradise. No, the Quran never mentions such a promise. Next question. The Quran declares war from Allah and His Messenger against those who practice a certain act. Correct. That act is called riba or usury. Allah said in chapter 2, verses 278 to 279, "O you who have believed, fear Allah and give up what remains due to you of interest, if you should be believers. And if you do not, then be informed of a war from Allah and His Messenger." Next question. The Quran mentions an animal that Allah sent to teach how to bury the dead. Correct. That animal is the crow. Allah said in chapter 5, verse 31, "Then Allah sent a crow searching in the ground to show him how to hide the disgrace of his brother." Next question. Allah states that when you read the Quran, you should seek refuge from who? Do you know the answer? Write your answer in the comments.